Awesome. Today is a very special day. You may not know that, oh, Josh is back with his little Yoda. Oh my goodness, so cute. Thank you for sharing. That made my morning better. All right. Today is a very special day. Today is the 57th anniversary of a very famous speech. And this speech is called I Have a Dream, and it was given by a man who's been very important in American history named Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Levin, did you have something to add? Oh, I thought you were raising your hand. Okay. And so 57 years ago, he gave this speech. This speech has been very important to our country's history and has a lot of ideas that are very important for us to consider. We're going to watch about 1 minute and 30 seconds of that speech today, and there's some questions that I'd like for you to consider as you watch that speech, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and show you this activity that we have assigned to us today. And I'm going to ask you to think about these questions that you see here, okay? Let me hit pause on that video. Perfect. All right. So you are being given some questions that are shown. I need to share my screen right here. Maybe. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Right here. So today you're going to watch a clip of the speech. Think about these questions. I'm right here. As you watch the video, what did you learn? What makes his speech so powerful? And what was he trying to convey or express to his audience? So what did he want his audience to believe? Okay, so what did you learn? Why is it powerful? And what does he want his audience to believe? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share this video with you. I'd like for you to watch and listen. We'll watch it 2 times. Okay?
54 years ago, I have a dream.
On January 15th, 1929, an African-American boy was born to his mother and father. His name was Michael Luther King Jr. As a young boy, Michael grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a difficult time in the world. He always found it difficult to play with some of the other boys in town. Their parents never let poor Michael play with their kids. He didn't realize it at the time, but the color of his skin would be the cause of many injustices for the rest of his life. Michael's father took over his father's job as pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church. His family had always had an active role in the church since before Michael was born. At the age of 6, Michael and his family traveled to Europe. While visiting Germany, Michael and his father changed their names to Martin Luther King and Martin Luther King Jr. At the age of 15, Martin graduated from high school. Years later, after attending many colleges, Martin moved to Boston, where he graduated from Boston University. While living in Boston, he met and married Coretta Scott, and 2 sons and 2 daughters were born into the family. While having a happy life at home with his wife and kids, he still felt he had a calling larger than himself. Over the years, Martin was part of many peace protests. He preached for peace and for equal rights for not only African Americans, but for every person in the world. One of his most important moments was called the bus boycott. The bus boycotts began as a movement driven by the need for equal rights and desegregation of the public bus system. But as time went on, these boycotts became headline news. On these buses, people with white skin could sit in the front of the bus, but African Americans had to sit in the back or give up their seat to that of their white counterparts. Thanks to Martin and another now famous woman, Rosa Parks, the Supreme Court found the segregation to be unconstitutional. Martin became a world figure and was named Man of the Year by Time magazine. Martin made many speeches in his life, but his most memorable and historical one was held in Washington, D.C. Over 250,000 people flooded the Washington Monument to hear Martin's I Have a Dream speech.
So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring. When we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
From that moment on, even after his assassination, Martin Luther King Jr. cemented his name, among many others, as an American icon and revolutionary. Now the world, while not perfect, can see everyone for who they are and not for the color of their skin.
All right, I'm going to come back to you. I want us to have some conversations regarding what you saw, regarding what you think. So the first question that you were asked to consider was, what did you learn? So let's talk about that. What did you learn? Go ahead and use that hand emoji so that I can see you if you have something that you'd like to share that you learned. What's something that you learned from this? Anton. So Anton, go ahead and unplug your headphones because they don't have a microphone and we can't hear you when they're plugged in. There you go. Go ahead. What did you learn?
That people can live with white people.
Okay. So you saw some evidence here that different colored skins can work together. Awesome. Okay. What more? What else did we learn? Looking for more students to share. What did we learn from this? Okay. Let's think about that second question. That second question is, what makes his speech so powerful? So Martin Luther King Jr. shared about a dream that he had when everyone in the world would get along and that the color of skin would not be a reason that we did not get along with each other. So everyone in the world would be able to have that same belief. Everyone in the world would be able to work together, to play together, to grow together, to help each other. Why is that powerful? Why is that a powerful idea? I can share one thought that I have. I think that Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream of everyone being together, regardless of skin color, is powerful because humans complete more and humans do better when we're able to help each other and work together. I also think that there are so many different beautiful souls in the world, and it's important that we get to know as many of them as we can, and we don't limit ourselves to only wanting to know a certain kind of soul. So making sure that we work together to complete more good for this world, and that we get to know as many beautiful souls as we can. Okay, I see that Aiden G has a thought. What are your thoughts, sir? Why is this powerful?
Because the world can be a better place and people won't be scared.
Nice. So eliminating fear. Yeah, there's a lot of fear. In Martin Luther King Jr.'s day, there was a lot of fear, and there's still a lot of fear that's happening today for people. So we can help each other not to feel afraid and to feel safe. And I like that you said to make the world a better place. We can always do better. Just like our brains can always grow, we can always work to make our world better. And it's going to take teamwork to do that. Thank you for sharing, Aiden G. Sophia, I see you have a thought. What do you think? Why is his dream powerful?
Because he wants to put everybody together.
Yeah. So being together is super powerful. No matter how we look, no matter what we think, we should still be able to be kind to each other. We should still be able to help each other do better in this world. So being together, having that community. Awesome. Thank you. There was a third question to consider. What was he trying to express to his audience? So think about what you saw. What did Martin Luther King Jr. want people to believe? What does he want people to think? What was he trying to get people to believe? Who has thoughts on that? Levin, go ahead, bud. What did he want people to believe?
He had a dream.
And what was that dream?
Making the world a better place.
Making the world a better place. And he had specific ideas on what that meant. And doing what?
Making civil rights.
Civil rights, yeah. Can you explain to us what civil rights are? So civil rights is a belief that everyone has the same rights or the same guarantees given to them, regardless of anything in their life. They should all have the same opportunities. We should all have the same beliefs that are given to us, okay? So there should not be limitations placed on people simply because you are a human. As a human, no matter what you look like, no matter what you believe, no matter how you behave, you should have a right to certain things in this world. Very good. Genova, I see that you have a thought. You with us, Genova?
Oh, yeah. Martin Luther King believed that people would be able to get together and not have to split up in like different schools.
Yeah,
like,
so yeah.
all different people.
So during Martin Luther King Jr.'s life, there was still a law that based on the color of your skin, you could or could not go to certain schools. So there was a lot of separation within schools. Now we've overcome that separation in schools, but there's still a lot of other types of separation that are happening in our world. So Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream is still very much a dream that we need to make sure we help come to truth, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and play this video one more time. And during this time that you're listening, I want you to be thinking about your related dream. So let me share the screen with you so you can see. When you get done, you're going to see on Seesaw a page that looks like this. I have a dream. Your instructions are to use the pencil to make a dream that you have for everyone. You could draw a picture of that dream. You could write about that dream. And then you're going to add a text box to explain your dream. So when you think about something that you want for everyone in this world to have, for everyone in this world to be able to enjoy, for everyone in this world, something that you think should happen, what is that? So what's your dream? I'm inviting you this morning to dream about how you can make this world a better place, okay? So how can you make this world a better place is what you're going to be drawing about or writing about, okay? So we're going to listen to Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream, and then I'm going to be very interested to read about your dreams, okay? Let me share the screen with you. Make sure we've got our sound. We do. Okay, we're going to watch this one more time. What dream do you have for the people of this world?
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
All right. So we've heard Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream for the world and for our nation specifically. I'm going to invite you now to go to Seesaw. In your activities, you have an activity entitled Martin Luther King Jr. I'd like for you to add a response, and you can draw a picture or you can write about a dream that you have to make the world better. What dream do you have to make the world a better place? Okay? Go ahead and start working on that now. Stay on Zoom with me, and I'm going to take a couple questions as you are working. Levin.
After this, could we do a breakout room and share our could we do a breakout room today?
That's a great idea, Levin. I did not have that planned, but I think we will do that. That's a wonderful idea. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get into some breakout rooms here in a few minutes so that you can share your dream with people in your room. And remember, guys, you can also always go look at other people's work on the activities, so you can take some time later to review those dreams of other friends as well. But Levin, that's a great idea. We will go ahead and create a breakout room, okay? Jalen.
I don't know how to see the activity.
You don't know what?
I don't see the activity.
Okay, so remember to make sure that you're in Mrs. Sousa's class. So make sure that your seesaw says Mrs. Sousa. You might be in a related arts. Okay, then click on that activity light bulb. Might need to refresh the page. Is that coming up?
Yeah.
Awesome, there you go, kiddo. All right, so right now you are working on drawing that dream or writing about that dream that you have to make the world a better place. I'm actually going to go ahead and add mine in here as a sample student as well. So you're working on that second page template. Faces here, I love it. I'm noticing for myself as I'm creating this illustration that it's making me think even more about my dream, because I'm taking time to think about how I can work to make it happen, right? So dreams are going to take teamwork, but they're also going to take hard work, right? When we have a dream, we have to put in the work to make sure it happens as well. We can't just look out at the world and say, oh, well, if everybody else did this, we've got to make sure that we are doing what we want to see in the world. So I'm really reflecting and thinking right now about how some of my words could change, about how some of my thoughts could change. I'm taking time to think about times when I may have been silent that I shouldn't have, or maybe times that I said something that I wish I wouldn't have said. And I'm taking time to plan ways that I can communicate that are different. So remember that you should always take time to think about your dreams and to make sure that your dreams are being in your own life as well as what you expect from others, right? We have to put in the work to help make our dreams true as well. Morning, Miss Wiles. We are actually finishing up a very meaningful lesson. We had a great idea. So right now we are celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s 50th anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech. And we're creating our own dreams on Seesaw right now And Levin had a fantastic idea. Levin asked that we go into some breakout rooms at the end and we share our dreams with our classmates. So we're going to go ahead and go into those breakout rooms here in about 2 minutes because I just thought that was too good of an idea to pass up. So right now we're finishing up drawing or writing about the dreams that we have to make the world a better place. And then we're going to share those dreams with our classmates, which takes a lot of bravery, doesn't it? It can be scary to share your dream, especially if it's something that you really believe in and is really personal to you. But I'm really happy that we have students in our room who are willing to do that and who have the desire to do that, right? Because a dream that stays in our head can't ever come to truth. But when we share our dreams and when we talk about them and when we act them out, we have a much better chance of them changing the world. That's a great idea by Levin. All right. Okay, I've completed my drawing. I'm going to go ahead and add my caption now. So go ahead and put up the finishing touches on your dream for the world. All right, I'm going to go ahead and send you into those breakout rooms. If you didn't finish, that's okay. You can finish this up a little bit later. But I do want you to still go ahead and share your dream, okay? So you guys will share your screens and share your dream. And to give you an example, I'm going to go ahead and show you mine. So when I go to my journal of the sample student, here we go. This is mine. So I've created this dream. I have a dream that regardless of what we believe, we need to communicate in love. So I've created an illustration of hearts that have different skin colors, skin tones inside of them. And you can see that the arrows are pointing to each other with love. And every heart has an arrow pointing back toward the word with love. Because we're not going to have a world where we all believe the same thing, but we can have a world where we still talk about it in love. And we still show love to each other and talk with love toward one another, even if our beliefs are a little bit different. Okay, so just communicating in love. That's my dream. All right, I'm going to send you to your breakout rooms. Please go ahead and share your screens and share your dreams. Here we go.